Like Jay-Z said, 99 problems, but a pair of...
Now what, he used to do that? Was that the Jay-Z thing?
That's like, yeah, rock diamonds.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like...
Right, okay. I thought it was like an onion or something.
An onion?
Is that not like a...
Well, like a turnip.
A turnip, yeah. I thought that's what it was.
Do you like turnips?
Turnip, I'm not a big vegetable fan.
Swede and turnip and
Swede,
all that.
no, I'm not really.
Always reminds me of the 1970s
parsnips
food or something.
Yeah.
That.
No,
No,
it's not
parsnips
for
are
me.
banging.
But they stink if they go off parsnips. Like no one's business. They're horrible.
Yeah. There's a little culinary quip. Hint.
Culinary quip,
Yeah. As ever, we're back doing the Agony Uncles. We've had a celebrity get in touch. Not Harry Maguire. We've had a Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire?
Harry
Maguire. Yeah. Well, that didn't stop us putting the Harry Maguire on the thumbnail.
Yeah, we have to have a word with the voice of reason, the producer.
Yeah, producer Alexis here.
Hello, everyone.
All right, slow down.
Don't
need that level of excitement on the channel. What's the matter with you?
He got praised on the comments last time.
Did he?
Yeah,
Wow, what did they say?
He said great points by the producer.
Oh.
That's why he's the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Angelic Alexa.
What did he do?
Life hasn't battered him yet. Hasn't dragged him down the
do you know
dark
what I mean?
ginnels.
He's still full of optimism and hope.
Yeah,
and
but I'm
dreams.
sure, like, the more my life goes on, the more my optimism will be kind of slowly eroded.
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
Yeah, do you know what?
And then you get to a point
where you
realise that it doesn't matter, and then you sort of...
It's, the good thing is, only another 50 years and it'll all be over.
What, for everybody?
I might have 60 still.
You might have 60,
yeah.
to be fair.
Do you feel like, how long do you think we'll live for? Like humans?
Humans?
Yeah.
I
like
reckon...
everything, about all the shit that's going on, it's getting worse, the world.
Yeah.
And hotter.
It's getting worse and hotter. I think we've got another 2 ton left in us.
You reckon?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yeah, probably. And I reckon when we get to the last 100 years, it's going to be proper Mad Max.
Do you reckon?
Caper.
It's just going to be like you're eating tins of dog food and killing each other for
I
real.
think, yeah, a bit whilst like the descendants of Musk and Zuckerberg are like shooting off to bloody Mars. Because that's what they're doing, innit?
I think there's absolutely zero chance of us colonising Mars.
Me and you.
Not us personally.
There's a film.
The human race.
If Bruce Willis can stop an asteroid, I'm pretty sure
that
Elon
is
Musk.
true. That was a documentary.
Yeah, yeah, with a great soundtrack by Aerosmith. Anyway, we're chatting enough shit. Let's get into your shit. Let's get into your problems. Thank you, everybody that's been getting in touch every single week. Getting far too many now. We need to start doing more shows a week of the Agony Uncles. As ever, we don't condone our own advice.
No, we don't.
I think we should put that on a T-shirt.
We don't listen to ourselves.
Yeah, we listen to each other.
Yeah.
And regret it later.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's been the story of our lives for the last 20 odd years.
Yeah.
But we give you the wisdom of our failures.
Yes, yes. We tell you what to do and you don't listen to us.
Yeah.
And by that way, you have a better life.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And the voice of reason now, Alexa, the angel.
It does sound that thing like you're saying Alexa, doesn't it?
Alexa?
Like if you're saying Alexa, read out the next thing, it sounds like you're saying Alexa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I digress. Go on, brother.
When I worked in a kitchen a few years ago, it was like my first job. I was a KP, and every time they needed me to like clean a plate or clean a pan, they'd go, Alexa, clean this pan. And it's one of those things. They found it really funny every time, and the more it went on, the more I kind of thought, losing my will.
Yeah, we won't keep up that trend.
Smack that pan over the head and so on. Yeah. Stick the fucking job.
I love working in kitchens.
Kitchens are funny, aren't they? I've worked in the kitchens.
Top job. Right, Alexa, can we have our first one, please? So that'll be the last time I do that.
Should I leave society? I'm not suicidal, but I genuinely hate people.
Right, well, this is a cheery one to start with. I don't think this is the Harry Maguire one.
No, I was about to say. Do you know what? There's a scene in... have you ever seen the film with Daniel Day-Lewis, the Paul Thomas Anderson one?
There Will Be Blood?
There Will Be Blood, thank you. I was going to say No Country for
I've
Old
never
Men.
seen it, actually.
It's really good. There Will Be Blood. There's a scene in it where he's an oil prospector and he's rich and he's making loads of money, Daniel Day-Lewis, and he hates people. He's horrible.
Yeah.
And he says, I hate people. There's a scene where he says, I hate people. I just want to make enough money so I can go away and just live on my own, away from everyone.
I'd love that.
I think, yeah, I kind of get that.
I do.
Vibe. I hate society was the thing. I'm not suicidal, which is good because we don't want to make light of anyone struggling, but you just hate people. There's nothing wrong with that. I think everyone hates people to a certain degree, don't they?
The people that aren't your people.
Yeah, like you love your own people.
Well, even that's debatable.
Yeah, but you make your own people, your children, and you
you have a responsibility for the things that you've brought into the world. So I think therefore you have to sort of.
Okay. Yeah.
And you should love them.
Yes. You
should.
should.
So they're yours. But I get that sort of. Is it misanthropic?
Misanthropic, yes.
Is that the word?
You hate people, yes. Very good.
So and most of the people I admire are misanthropes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people.
Like attracts like.
Yeah. I would love to just escape society.
Yeah.
Really.
There's nothing wrong with that then. I think the best advice for you, would be try and find someone who is on a similar pace to you, doesn't like people, but you get on with.
How do you find that person though? You're going to have to.
They're about. You can find.
Well, maybe they've already left.
Me and you found each other when we worked together.
Yeah, well, that was like.
We knew, didn't we?
Yeah.
We knew we ate everyone here except each other.
Yeah.
So we got on.
Because everybody else was sober.
Yeah. Me and my missus like that. We used to work together. We was like, ate the world.
Common ground that you hate everyone you work with.
Yeah, but not. So I think that can work for you.
Yeah.
Just find that other person that does your head in less than anyone else.
I could genuinely live on my own in the hills. If I could fend for myself on my own for the rest of my life.
I was reading about someone who did that, the money-free existence.
Yeah, I'd love that. Like that's my dream to do that. Completely go off the grid, not have to rely on anyone at all.
Just you.
I'd come in and do this once a week with my beard and my fish over my back that I've caught that day.
Yeah, and so you'd live off the land?
Live off the land. I'd love to. Wouldn't you like that existence?
No.
Why?
Listen, I did a week in a tent. I've done my bit. I'm not
I'd love
guy.
that.
I like my little creature comforts. Like a fridge.
I did a week in a shack on my own, and it was bliss, man. Have you ever seen the film Pig? Brilliant, with Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage made a film, surely not.
Called Pig.
No, I haven't.
And it's where he lives in the wild as a hermit, and he has a pig that gets kidnapped. It's a truffle pig, and he gets kidnapped, his pet pig, and he goes out to find out what's happened to his pig. Sounds batshit crazy. One of the best films I've seen. Brilliant,
really
brilliant film. One of the best Nicolas Cage performances up there with Leaving Las Vegas.
Right, okay. Well, he won Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas. So that's a big statement to make.
So I mean, I think if you're going to leave society, just do it in do a week.
Yeah.
Don't just make a knee-jerk reaction and say I'm off into the hills and not really think it through.
No, I think that's do a week, and also if you can find someone that hates people like you do and you don't hate them, hang around with them for a bit.
Yeah. Alexa?
Yeah, I mean, I have quite a strong hatred for people sometimes as well. It's always like, when you're on the tram and that, or you're trying to get off the tram and people are walking really, really slowly in front of you, and you're in a bit of a rush for work or whatever and all this, and it's just, you just kind of look at them and think, why are you walking that slow?
Yeah, like the old people.
I hate slow walkers.
Old people in supermarkets where they clog up the aisles because they're catching up with someone because they've not spoken to another person for days.
Yeah.
I just want to fly around.
No,
you should, I think in supermarkets they should have like a fast aisle and a slow aisle.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate bus drivers that chat to each other when you're on the bus.
Yes.
You know that?
Yeah.
They pull up and just have a chat conversation out the window to each other. Like, bro, you got like 30 bods on your bus here. What are you doing?
Got places to go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, sat here for 5 minutes while you catch up with Keith. Get on with it. Oh my God, how's that a thing that's still going?
Yeah, actually, while we're talking about this, if you also hate people, what are the worst things that you hate about people? Get that in the comments. I'd love to read that. Alexi, what's the next one?
So, this is a big
I remember
one.
I hate long questions.
This email, I was like, oh, God, when is this going to end? Go on.
Yeah, deep breath.
Go on.
2 months ago, I met an attractive lady from Ecuador in a local shop. I was trying to speak Spanish and it was fun, so we exchanged numbers. She went on a trip to Ecuador and we sent some flirty messages back and forth while she was away. The lady is called G, let's say. The problem with meeting her and exploring something together is that she's much older, around 50 years old, and I'm 34. She's mentioned her daughter several times and even sent photos of her. I'm attracted to her daughter, who's around 25, and I imagine we would get on better than I would with G, the mum, who can't speak English that well. When G, the mum, arrived back from Ecuador, she messaged me and asked if I could pick up her daughter from the airport, who was arriving a day later as her car was not working. I said I could, but then she seemed to get very angry and upset and said she needs to take a nap, all via text message. When she woke up, I was ready to leave to pick up her daughter, but G said she had organised a taxi for the daughter. I wonder if G is trying to set up her daughter with me, but feels uncomfortable about it, and is causing the anger/confusion. G is now calling me a friend, and the flirting has stopped. Should I sensitively ask her if I can go out with her daughter? A bit of a weird one. I have no way to contact her, so I'd have to ask through the mother. Any help? Appreciated. Loving your work. And most importantly, glazes out.
Great message at the end there.
Yeah. That was a
remember that
one.
song, Ecuador? Remember that?
Sash.
Sash, good lad.
What do you reckon to that one then? So, he was flirting with the mum. He wasn't doing out with the mum. So, you can write that off. So, it's not an actual relationship.
The whole taxi thing was weird, wasn't it? Why did she ask him to go and pick her up and then...
And then say I'm having a nap.
And then say I'm having a nap and get all moody when he said, I'll do it. And he said, don't worry about it, I've got a taxi anyway. So that's a bit bizarre.
So he's 9 years older than the daughter.
Quick
and
maths.
he's, how old is he? How much younger is he than the mum?
16 years younger than the mum.
16 years younger than the mum. So he's playing the odds in it. They probably have more common with the young.
It's a weird way to meet someone, knowing it. You were flirting with the mum. And then...
Yeah, but could it not be like a translation thing? She's from Ecuador, I presume he's English.
Yeah.
And it might not be flirting. Maybe he's reading too much into it.
Really?
It could be that.
I think he should shoot his shot.
What's he going to lose?
Exactly.
Really?
I think just say to G, say, can I take your daughter out?
How's your daughter?
Does she fancy going for a Greg's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
no.
What does he lose?
Because she's from Ecuador. Take it somewhere that's a bit more sort of, cosmopolitan. Take a Nando's.
No, but Greg's would seem a bit more cosmopolitan. I don't think they have Greg's in Ecuador.
Do they not?
That's the height of our high street cooked food.
Maybe get her a spicy steak bake.
Yeah, or maybe a Wetherspoons.
A Wetherspoons, can't go wrong. Wetherspoons. Thursday night, is it still curry night Thursday night in Wetherspoons?
And a burger and bap on a Tuesday night, I think.
There you go.
And we're not even influencers for Wetherspoons.
Yeah. I do that then. Say, look, cards on the table. Can I take your daughter out?
I don't see what he loses. It's not like someone he's in a relationship with.
If G says, no, you can't, I don't want to chat to you anymore, okay, you've lost a friend.
Or even a friend that seems a little bit grumpy when she can't get a taxi.
Also, as well, can you not find, if you're mates with G, do you not have a social media where you can find a daughter through that? Or
that's weird. I think that's weird.
Okay.
Going that way.
You have to go through G. The only way is through G.
Some cultures do that, though, don't they?
What, go through the mum and that?
They organise marriages and shit.
Matchmaking
go through parents and stuff.
Fiddler on the Roof style.
I've never seen that film.
Have you not?
It's good.
I've seen the play back in the day.
He died last year, didn't he, the guy? The film.
Top off. Yeah.
If I Was a Rich Man, is that
Yeah, that's the one. I saw the play years ago. It was decent. But the woman's the matchmaker, which is what made me think of that. I'd go through the mum, just say, look, G, can I take your daughter out? If she says no, you can always try and find a daughter on social media and do it anyway.
I mean, how much can you want with someone after a photograph?
Have you not seen Terminator?
Yes, that's a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, shoot your shot.
He falls in love with Sarah Connor from that photo. That doesn't make any sense, though, that, does it?
That's the one thing in Terminator.
Because Kyle Reese sees the photo of Sarah Connor in the future, goes back in time, because John Connor sends him back in time, and he impregnates Sarah Connor with John Connor. That doesn't make any sense. How does that work? Because John Connor wouldn't have existed.
No.
Frustrates me.
That's a whole different podcast.
Okay.
Right, enough of that. Enough from Arnie. Right, go on. Arnie to Alexa. Should have gone with it. Go on.
Huge one, this. Are you supposed to stand up or sit down to wipe?
Stand up, man.
What?
Who's sitting down to wipe?
What?
You freaks.
You stand up?
Of course you do.
To wipe?
Yeah. You're sitting on the cars here to wipe your ass.
But do you not just bend up, put your arm around?
No, I stand up.
Every time?
Yeah.
What about when it's you've had something funny to eat?
Even more so.
You stand up to wipe your ass?
Of course I do.
What about if someone walks in?
To the cubicle. Listen, no one's coming in my bathroom. I own that toilet, trust me. Yeah, and like, I always stand up. I never sit down and wipe. Ever. That is disgusting.
What do you mean? What do women do it all the time?
Well, I'm not
So
a
women
woman.
are wait. So women are disgusting.
Women are dirty. As David Brent said.
But they sit down and wipe.
How do you know women sit down and wipe? Have you surveyed every woman that sits on the toilet?
I would say the majority of women sit down.
Based
and
on
wipe.
what? You peeping over cubicles?
No,
is
I'm the
this?
father of three girls.
Well, that might be what goes on with your 3 girls, and I fully respect that. But I think for me, as a man, I have always stood up.
Do you stand up to pee or do you sit down to pee?
Depends on the situation. I usually stand up.
Depends what time of day it is as well. If I can be asked.
Yeah.
If I'm usually in the middle of a Twitter rant, I'm sitting down to do it.
I had a weird phenomenon when I was in America, where I sat down to have a number 2, had it, finished, and then needed a wee straight afterwards. Honestly, I've never had that before. It must have been the time difference.
What usually happens the further way round?
Yeah, the wee comes first and then number 2. But it was like I'd fully finished, and then it was like, right, I need a wee now, like a proper wee.
So you like your penis was jet lagged?
Yeah, it was. It was playing catch up. Honestly, I've never had that before. It was a really bizarre experience.
Do you stand up or sit down, Alexa?
Stand up.
See,
Because
2-1, you're outvoted. Go on, explain yourself.
If you sat down, there's a very large possibility that your hand makes contact with the inside of the
you're
toilet.
literally shuffling shit under
I know.
yourself.
You bend forward.
So you're making it a saga. Stand up.
Right, but it's a lot of standing up and sitting down.
Is
You're exerting yourself?
Sit down, do it. Stand up, wipe it. Sit down. No, you don't have to sit down.
What if you need like multiple pushes?
Wait till you finish before you start wiping anyway. What's the matter with you?
Okay, that's a fair point.
Get involved in the comments. Let us know who do you agree with. We'll do a poll.
Women sit down to wipe. I'm not having that.
Well, I'm sure they do, but I've not got much knowledge. I mean,
So
for
that's
starters,
right.
I've got 2 daughters
Right.
and a missus, but I don't watch what they do.
So if they do sit down and wipe, they're putting their hands in the toilet.
Well, that's on them.
Because what?
Women are dirty.
We are getting cancelled. You are getting cancelled.
It's a quote from The Office. Go and watch it.
Yeah, but nobody's clipping that part of this
Yeah,
up. You
that'd
just
be
said
that.
women are...
Women are dirty, and
There
I'll
you
just
go.
be like, that's the end of my career before it even got going.
Yeah.
You've
Alexa,
been outvoted anyway, 2-1.
Right, I'm going to give it a go. Give you a text, let you know.
So, our next problem is from a very special guest, quite well known. My employer wants me to leave the football club, but the new job I've been offered pays a lot less and is at a team going nowhere. What should I do? That is from H. Maguire in Chester.
I wonder who that is.
Oh.
H. Maguire.
H. Maguire. I just realised that I didn't put Cheshire instead of Chester.
You?
I should,
Are you saying this isn't the real Harry Maguire?
it doesn't say Harry, it says H.
H. Maguire
It could
from
be anyone.
Chester.
Could be Helen.
Came from Chester to Manchester.
Can I say something unpopular here?
You
Is
often
that
do.
If I'm in, if I'm in this situation and I'm 30 years old, and someone's saying, "Do you want to go and earn less money?"
How do you know he's 30?
Or she's 30.
How do you know she's 30?
However old she is,
Right.
I'm not. I'd stay at a job and earn more money than go somewhere that seems less lucrative
No.
for a shorter time. Let's just say. Let's just say for the sake of the wallpaper that we've got,
Okay.
it's Harry Maguire,
Yeah.
right? If I'm 30
Yeah.
and I know my career's coming towards an end, 4 years maybe at the top, if that. And how long's his contract left at United?
He's got 2 years left, I think.
2 years, and he's earning how much?
250K, something like that.
Right, so he's not going to earn that at West Ham
No.
or any other club. I wouldn't leave. I'd genuinely stay and just take the money.
I don't think that it's even the West Ham thing. He says he feels like he can get a better move. I think he can. I think Harry Maguire walks into most teams in the Premier League. I think anyone from about 5th downwards, he could get in. He don't get in Liverpool, don't get in Arsenal, don't get in City, obviously don't get in United. I think maybe gets in Newcastle's team. Even Spurs, I think he'd have a decent shout. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's not beyond the realms of possibility that he gets a better club than a club that finished 14th or whatever it was last season. I know they're in the in the Europa League because they won the Europa Conference. I know that West Ham is a big club traditionally. They've got a decent fan base and all that. I get it, but I think there is a possibility that Harry Maguire could go to a club that he's knocking around the Europa League places and maybe feels that West Ham aren't going to do that.
I agree with you that he'd probably get somewhere else, but that doesn't mean that them clubs are going to be forthcoming. There's 2 weeks left in the window.
I think we'll see a madness for Harry Maguire on deadline day.
Really? That might be the case, actually.
I think there will. People will start looking at it going, do you know what? He can come here, he could do his job. Do it. I think United are going to have to pay him off, though.
You're in that position, though. If you're in that position and you're Harry Maguire, you're not a Manchester United fan, right? You're 30, you're earning a shitload more money than you're earning, say, elsewhere. Would you stay for 2 more years to earn a lot more money and then get a move after that? And don't forget, at the end of the 2 years, there'd be no transfer fee, so you're getting the signing on fees and all the bonus. You can basically, ask for more money, can't you? Whatever clubs he goes to in 2 years' time.
I think you have to look at Harry Maguire's body language at United, and that is a player who is just confidence is gone for me.
Yeah,
I think he's just not enjoying it at all.
No, I not with any ambition of playing football for United.
Oh right, okay,
just
doing like a Phil Jones.
Yeah,
scenario.
or Wayne Bridge used to play for City, or Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like it's such a short career. Make the most of it.
Maybe make the most money out of it.
Potentially, but I think there could be a happy medium where he gets a payoff from United and they go, look, we'll pay off the rest of your contracts or some of your contracts, make up your wages that you're going to miss out on, so you can get a deal and we can get some money from the deal. I think there could be a way that everyone walks away from this happy, because I think he'll regret it. I think we've had other players that have stuck around, not got games, and the career's just petered out, or they've never. And also, he's 30. This is his last chance to sort of maybe go and play somewhere. Because if he sits it out for 2 years at United and then leaves when he's 32, and also as well, there's a World Cup on the horizon.
I still think
a Euros on the horizon.
I still think he makes that regard.
Do you reckon?
I just think him and Gareth Southgate
maybe
waters run deep. Alexia, next.
Gaslit my last boyfriend into thinking he was going bald because he was a prick. New boyfriend has randomly grown a large bald spot. Do you believe in karma?
Say bald again.
Bold.
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 Bold. He says it bold, doesn't he?
Bold.
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 Bold. Bald.
Bold.
Bald.
Do you believe in karma?
I don't know. Not really. I used to. I'm not sure.
What changed your mind?
I don't know. You hear all that, like, karma. But there's some people that just end up smelling the roses all the time.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know any of them.
Yeah,
Do you not think that you'd like the position you're in now in life, and if you look at the stuff that had happened, I don't know, in your early 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, and you turned a corner, and then look what happened to your life.
But is that karma, or is that not you putting the effort in and making it work?
Well,
for
that's
yourself?
the thing, is that's the saying, in that you make your own luck.
Yeah,
but you have
you
to put. I think the intention has to come first.
Yeah, I think you can sort of manifest your own destiny by putting in the effort and the work and the,
I hate that word. That's a big buzzword now, isn't it? Manifest.
All right.
If you manifest it,
all right, fair enough. I think you can sort of live the life you deserve by putting in the effort. And the work. Not all the time. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. That just can't be helped. But I think there is a pathway to success and a pathway to happiness if you work and strive for it in a way that we have.
Yeah, I heard a controversial take on that this week when you were saying that bad things have happened to people.
Good people.
Good to good people. But even though that's happened, you should not allow that to get you down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what position you are in, and as terrible as that is, I think sometimes there's two options, and some personal shit of me I can take from this is that I can either use that as the parameters with which I live my life, or I go like that. You know what? I'm not letting that shit define me. My choice is to revolt and rebel against that, and be a success in spite of it.
Yeah, definitely. I think I get that, and I get your attitude there. I think that I understand why people believe in karma. I understand that, and it sometimes it is comforting to believe in that, because you think this might not be working out for me a minute, or someone I doesn't deserve to have success is getting it, and they've been horrible to me or whatever. But things will sort themselves out.
Yeah,
so I get that. I just feel that for me, it's like more. Maybe it's me motivating myself. Like you've got more control of it.
Yeah,
you've got to go for it. You ain't just gonna I used to use an expression in recovery. You can't think your way into sobriety. You can't, the same thinking that got you into this mess isn't going to get you out.
Yeah.
So I get that, and I think you need to put the energy in. In terms of this, though, I'm quite curious. How do you convince someone they're going bald?
Maybe you just sort of say you're going bald.
And that's it.
And then, believed it. And now,
Really?
I mean, but what have you got to say about that? Because you sound like she had negative connotations towards bald people.
You should be celebrating the fact your partner's going bald. It's the best gift anyone can have.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think, Alexa?
Yeah, I mean, what with karma? I mean,
anything.
With anything.
Yeah. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts on everything.
With anything.
Yeah.
If you look at it.
Yeah.
Right, how mad is it the fact that we've had 4 prime ministers in about 13 years?
Yeah.
And before that, there was 3 in about 20, 25 years?
Yeah.
We have lived through, in the last 10 years, the most ridiculous wave of humanity ever. We've had Brexit, we've had all these prime ministers, we've had COVID, the earth burning. That's my random thought. But on karma, probably does exist. You like to think it exists because it gives you hope that people do get punished for bad things. Because otherwise, if you don't have hope, it's kind of like...
When's but you make a good point now about prime ministers. When's the last time we had a bald prime minister?
Churchill.
Is that the last one?
He's more your bag, this. I don't really know much about that sort of stuff.
I think you might be right. Was Callaghan weren't bald, was he? He was balding. I don't know if he was bald. James Callaghan, he might have been a bit bald.
But onto your second point, where you were saying you hope bad things happen to other people. Isn't that a form of karma if you're willing things? Like, what sort of person? Do you hate that when people say, why does this always happen to me?
Yeah, why always me? Balotelli.
Who would you rather it happen to? Do you know what I mean? Like why does all this drama happen to me? Who would you want to go for that shit?
It's you, because it's your life. Yeah. That's why. Do you know what I mean?
We're so self-centered.
Lots of things happen to other people. You just don't give a shit about them.
It's my Truman show.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah.
Such a childish way, that, though, isn't it? Right. Alexa?
That is the final problem for today.
Ooh,
That's it.
We've wrapped.
We have absolutely smasherooned it through them. I think we've had some sage advice there for the people.
I think so as well. I've got some last advice for the people.
Go on.
Make sure you're subscribing to the show and sign up to our Patreon. It's only £3.99 a month. That's a coffee, not each. That's a coffee for me and him to share. And I'd love you to join for several reasons, because we're putting a lot of effort into this, and we can only do this by you helping us out. So not only are you getting extra content for it, you're allowing us to maintain doing this. And we've got producer Alexi on board now, and as much as I tried to negotiate a low deal for him, he's not going to work for Skittles. So if you like the high production value, the voice of reason, you like to see me and him more, please sign up to the Patreon. £3.99 a month. I appreciate times are hard, but I'm going to be out of another job in a couple of months, and he's got more kids than he'll admit that he has to feed. Right, I'm Scott, and that's Motta, and we've been the Agony Uncles.